me bring D and Hugo in on this round, right? Because I've been wanting the Kroenkes out for God knows how long, right? And I've wanted the Kroenkes out, and I believe that they should have sacked him last season. That's just my opinion. Some people think that's not right, but that's up to them. I think they should have sacked him. Since they haven't sacked him, I've been putting the heat and the pressure on them. And then today, after a window that I think's been pretty good, after Andrea Berta being appointed, I then see this come out. Now, this is very interesting.
I already know what you're going to... Yeah, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it, Dad.
Right. Josh Kroenke held a meeting with Arteta discussing what he expects this season. He's given Arteta everything he's asked for, and he expects to have a successful season. Trophies must be won. Let me come to you on that point, D. Do you think that the Kroenkes are now literally saying to Arteta, this is your last chance?
Nah, no way. They're just no chance. I don't believe that at all. I think they're just if this is an official statement, they're just saying that to please the fan base. But no way. Arteta's nowhere near being sacked. He's nowhere near it. Like, I know people like to think he is, but he's nowhere near it, man. Like,
do you think just top four again, no trophy, he'll stay? Because I
don't think it's top four. I think what will happen is I think they will only budge when the fan pressure becomes a lot, when it starts affecting pockets and when it becomes toxic. That's when owners or people really, really budge. Because the fact of the matter is, unless you're a diehard fan of the club and understand the history and the culture of the club from young, how much do you really care if they're winning everything or whether they're making money? There's no proof of it. Like, you know what I mean? That's the real point of it. We don't know how much. Like, we know what's the Norwich lady? I can't remember her name. Is it Delia Smith, isn't it?
Delia Smith.
Where are you? We need a 12th man.
We know how much she cares. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's right or wrong, we know how much she cares. I don't know. Like, even with these owners, I can't say they don't care. I'm not going to say they don't care because they probably do, but they definitely don't. They can't say that they love the club more than you do, Dan, or Gunnar does, or Hugo does, or I do, or Christian does. I mean, do you know what I mean? Like, that's the type of love I'm talking about. Because I know if one of you lot were in charge of the club, then
I'd say the whole fan base.
Yeah, it'll be a serious thing, though. I mean, it'll be like, this is, I know what you're doing is for the best for the club, or you're trying to be anyway. So I can't say that they will sack Arteta, because in their head, they're achieving everything they need to be achieving, and obviously trophies are the be all and end all. But I can't speak for them because I have no idea how much they love this club.
Can I tell you what those conversations would be like? They won't be about trophies. Those conversations will be about business, and they'll be about money, right? And I'll tell you why. I read you this: the new 2025-26 Champions League format, right? Participation. So if you qualify for the Champions League, you get 18.6 million euros. If you win a game in the league phase of the Champions League, you get 2.1 million euros. If you draw, you get 700k. All right. If you finish top, you get 9.9 million. If you qualify for the round of 16 of the Champions League, you get 11 million euros. If you get to the quarters, you get an extra 12.5 million. Get to the semis, you get 15 million. The final, you get 18.5 million. And if you win it, you get 6.5 million. Okay. So the difference between
say that again. You get 6.5 million for winning it, but you get 18 million for getting to the semi.
No. So it all builds up.
No, collectively. But if you actually win it, you only get 6.5 mil
extra.
So you only get
it tells you what you need to know about football.
Then the team that
you get less for winning it than you do for qualifying for the semis. Crazy.
Right. So this is where those conversations won't come down to winning trophies. If Arteta gets to the final of the Champions League, Arsenal only makes 6.5 million euros less than the team that wins it. You think the Kroenkes care if they?
That's the same. Sorry to cut over you. Yeah, sorry, Christian.
The money coming in is that much.
When we finished fifth under this manager, and Man City won the league. Yeah, we earned 9 million less than them that season. Yeah, 9 million for league finish. Forget all the revenue that they get coming in for shirts and all of that stuff. Yeah, and sponsorship. But for league finish, we earned 9 million pounds less than the team that won the league, and we finished fifth. They don't give a fuck about this club. Yeah, and this is why when everyone's jumping on the bandwagon, we got super duper. Well, who hired them? The guys that nobody likes. Yeah, and we're going round and round and round, wasting time. Yeah, the fact and reality is they've actually, to be fair to them, since they've been full ownership, they've laid £1 billion on the table.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's now on the manager.
Yeah, they've backed him. They've definitely backed him financially. But the thing is, as well, is like it's about how much difference it makes to them whether they win or not. Like, would they break? Like, as you can see with say some of the choke. Like when
Isak,
Abramovich was in charge, or certain players, certain owners will break their own philosophy and their own morals to kind of make sure that they win because they feel that that's the be all and end all. Like Arsenal are not going to do that. They're going to try and win within the constraints that they've set.
They're
So
just happy to finish fourth and open. Oh, that's the cherry on the top, yeah.
Yeah, it's not even about
everyone's
finishing
sitting there
fourth.
talking about Liverpool doing 400 million since January, yeah. Right. Fact is, Liverpool has spent hardly anything under Klopp. Yeah, like let's be real with it. Yeah, they've won everything, and they've probably spent less than this manager has in 6 years, and Klopp was there 9.
But the point I was making is, I think that the be all and end all when it comes down to it is the squad is good enough to win the league. That's the point. That's what it comes down to. Regardless of whether they'll spend more or not, this squad is good enough to win the league, and that's the be all and end all. Do I look at this squad and feel like if there was a top manager in charge of this squad, would they win the league? If we had this squad, the same squad for the last 5 years, with I don't know any of the superstar managers in the world, we would have won the league at least once in the last 5 years.
Yeah, I think he's going to get sacked.
At least.
I actually disagree with you. I think that the Kroenke is a stingy. It's hurt them to spend this billion quid.
They spent the money, bro. They've spent money.
They're stingy, but that's what I'm saying. So for them to spend $1 billion, a stingy person spends money, it hurts it even more. So they've spent that $1 billion, and they're also thinking about international now. You know, the whole Arteta project. If it's not delivering, you can set new merchandise up, a new manager, new hope, new fans. Do you know what I mean? They're going to think of all of that. So I think he has to win something this season, and it can't be a minor thing. I think it has to be a big thing because they're going to say, look, we've given you everything. We've given you the players now. And I agree with you. I think he has got the players. The issue that I feel that is going to happen, he's going to have an excuse. An excuse is going to be this, our injuries. Because I don't know. I want to get the panels, like kind of your guys, because you guys might know more than me. What is causing all of these serious injuries? What is causing them? Because it's every year. It's massive. Remember, we were going to win the Europa Cup.
Managers overplayed them, Hugo.
Is it just
what serious injuries are you talking about? Which ones are you talking about specifically?
I'm talking. You just look at the history. Remember, we're going to win the Europa Cup. Saliba gets injured. Tomiyasu gets injured. Same game, we lose that. Then the whole season collapsed as soon as Saliba got injured. Then we had Jesus that got injured last year. Saka got injured last year. Ben White was injured last year. This season, Norgard is injured already.
Where is he?
Yeah, Norgard is injured.
Where's Ben White? Where's Ben White? Man?
Tomiyasu, we had to terminate. Tierney, there must be something that we're doing in training, or they're over getting training.
Thomas Partey, Jesus.
This is what I'm saying. Like, it's not normal, bro. And like, we talked about patterns, because it's always an excuse. Or if you have the injuries, what's causing the injuries? You know, is this a way of play? Is the way we're training? Do you know what I mean? And this is a really important point, because he'll always say, "Oh, you know what? If I had these, I had 20 injuries, but you're the one that caused them." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but injuries ain't an excuse for me. Real Madrid, had more injuries than any club in the world. Yeah. And they still won, a Champions League, a league, and a Super Copa de España under Ancelotti. Yeah, they were playing Carvajal at centre back.
Yeah, but
they were playing Tchouaméni next to him. People sit there and say you can't compare us to Real Madrid. No. Well, we can, because guess why? We've outspent them for the last 13, 14 years.
Yeah, but you're talking about what they won in Spain league.
No. We're talking Europe as well, Hugo. Yeah, right. Why can't we compare ourselves to the team we smashed the stadium down for? To be like them. Why? Because that's what Peter Hill told us.
Recent. It's only been recent. Let's be honest.
No, Real Madrid continually win.
We should have. But what I will say before you finish is that I think if Norgard was fit, I think he would have played instead of Zubimendi.
But what's his injury? I don't even know what his injury is.
No one knows. No one knows how long they're out for. Bro. No one knows how long Havertz is out for.
And he lied about that bullshit in his press conference, the pre-match. Yeah, he lied about that. Yeah, and do you know what? David Ornstein, the way he worded the tweet was saying, 29 is going to have surgery on a knee problem. It's not a major, what did he say? It's not a major procedure. No, it's not a major procedure. It'll take about 45 minutes, mate, but it's a major problem that he's there in the first place. And the way he worded that, everyone's going, oh, well, that's calm because it's not a massive problem then. No, it's not a major procedure. This is a guy who's just come off a grade 3, by the way, hamstring. Yeah, which he did in warm weather training. Now he's done a knee. Yeah, Saka again injured. How many times did I sit here last season? I say these players are all fucked. Yeah, Timber will be another one. Declan Rice will be another one.
So
yeah,
what is
Gabby
it-
and Saliba will be
what
another
do you
one.
think-
We're going to lose all our best players this season again. And Saka and some of these other players, when it comes to World Cup, some of these players, Odegaard is going to duck out of tackles come January onwards because he's going to qualify for the World Cup. He's going to be the captain walking his team out for the first time since '98 in a World Cup finals. You think that guy is going to be going flying into tackles in January onwards? Then now, not only that, when you look at Jesus, I'm lighter than ever. Well, your bank balance is heavier than ever, mate. Yeah, we've got two players, our two most expensive wages. Yeah, they're both injured non-stop. 2 surgeries for one of them and 4 for the other one. This is this manager's doing, Hugo. Yeah, it's his the manager's doing. When he's standing there and sitting there and openly admitting Saliba said he'd done his ankle in the warm-up at Anfield. At that point, and do you know what's crazy? When I looked back here, because I was like, yo, Mosquera's coming on. But you noticed he was ready to go. He didn't have to put his kit on, didn't have to go and do a warm-up. That manager should have made that decision. Arsene Wenger would have made that decision and said, no, you're not playing. Fergie would have said, no, you ain't playing. Do you know why? Because it's a long season. It's not about just this game. Unfortunately for us as fans, this manager is all about the now, today, which is cool. It's a today business. You have to win today. But you don't look at the long term. The reason Liverpool, PSG, Barcelona, Real Madrid, so on and so forth, Man Cities, the Chelseas of this world, they all get to latter stages of multiple competitions is because they manage their squads better. Yeah, Jurgen Klopp spent probably less money than this manager. Fair enough, inflation and all of that, whatever. Cool. They beat us with their kids, mate. Yeah. Guess what? You're seeing Erling Haaland sitting on the bench at games. You're seeing Jack Grealish sat on bench at games. Riyad Mahrez scored a hat-trick against Sheffield United in the treble-winning season. Yeah, big up D, bro. Yeah, pause. Yeah, in the treble-winning season, Riyad Mahrez scored a hat-trick against Sheffield United in the FA Cup semi-final. The next game they played Bayern Munich. He was benched. Now imagine Saka scores a hat-trick. Are we benching him? The fans are riot. Yeah, but that's the difference. And that is why they go on and win. Yeah, this is why Liverpool go on and win and get to that stage. This is why Chelsea get to finals. This is why Barca and Real Madrid always arrive.
But not just that. Don't you think we've got a weak mentality as well? Like,
yeah, but that comes from the fans, Hugo.
No, it's not just the fans, though.
The fans facilitate the owners.
It comes from the manager, bro. It comes from the manager has to put it in them that basically you can win and you got to win.
Yeah, but I believe he gives a fuck. This is the point. I think he cares.
Odegaard shouldn't be the captain. Like, we all know that. We know Rice should be the captain, but then apparently, or Gabriel, because they're winners. Odegaard, I've seen him pull out tackles. I've seen him. Remember at Newcastle when we could have finished top 4, he missed the shot. Crystal Palace misses the shot.
He passed the ball the other day when he should have took a shot. I'm watching all these Bundesliga roundups, the Turkish league, the French league, La Liga. I'm sitting there with Matty until 5 a.m. Yeah, yesterday or this. Well, it's midnight now, so yesterday. Me and Matt were doing the circuit around Europe, sat backstage after the podcast. We set up a little backstage thing like this, and we're sharing the screen. And I'm going, Matty, look at the fucking quality of football these teams are playing. We're watching La Liga 2 teams running rings around each other. It's quality football. They're attacking.
There's no belief. And if you don't believe...
There's belief from the manager, but he's winging it, Hugo. And the problem for me, these players are all getting paid too much money. And they're all shit.
Let's be real. I disagree with you, Lee. I think he's done a good job to get us to a certain level, but I think that's it. I think thank you very much. I worked in a corner shop. I'm Asian. So I said, thank you, come again. You know? That was it. Thank you, come again. Like, you know, he might be all right in 5 years' time. So I thought make it like I've got to ask
that's class, man. I can't lie.
Lee, let me ask you one more question, bro, because I've got to ask you this. Is it true that you got agenda against Arteta because he didn't give you an autograph? Because that's
load of fucking bullshit, bro. I see so much shit about me on the internet, I'm a transvestite pub singer. Yeah, I'm a pool cleaner. I'm a nonce. Yeah, I fled because I get beaten up at games. Yeah, I fucking what's the other what was the other one? Yeah, what was the fucking other one I see the other day? Oh, that was the other one. Yeah, I send letters to the dementia-ridden fucking grandmas. Like, bro, it's worth it. Yeah, I don't pay my taxes. Well, it came out my fucking Spanish bank on the 30th of June, mate. Like, it's bullshit, bro. It is what it is. They're so, and people are so concerned about me more so than being
But you
concerned that
didn't
we're a
like
5-year
Arteta
trophy
from the
drought.
start, bro.
And do you
from
know why?
day
Do you know
one,
why that is, Hugo?
Bro,
Yeah, real
bro.
talk. Yeah, real talk.
Bro.
Because they're fucking rattled at this channel. Well, not this channel. Well, Dan's channel, to be fair, does get mad traction. Yeah, they're rattled that I have no filter and I call people out and I call it as it is. And I've been
but
right
you-
about
one
this
thing
manager.
before Dan channel, you didn't like Arteta. You didn't even give him a chance, bro.
No, because he was no facts. Do you know why? Based off of the fact he'd managed one football match, bro, and he lost it as the assistant for Man City. Yeah, when you look at Xavi Alonso, everyone's hyped Xavi Alonso up. Yeah, right? Great footballer. It doesn't matter whether you were a great footballer. Jose was a shit footballer. Wenger was a shit footballer. Yeah, Fergie was a bad boy, by the way. Yeah, however, it doesn't matter whether you were a good footballer or not. Yeah, the fact is, they'd all managed teams. Fergie had managed St Mirren at 32 years old and gotten promoted to Scottish Premier League. Fergie won 3 or 4 titles that Aberdeen have in their history.
Yeah.
They beat Real Madrid in a final, bro. When you look at Xavi Alonso, he managed Sociedad B team before he got Leverkusen. When you look at Zidane, he managed Real Madrid Castilla, the youth team. Then he got the job. Pep managed the Barca B team. Every single manager that you look at, that you go, yo, actually, they're pretty good. Yeah, I'll give you the... And I know there's a super... I know Dan's got super chats and he wants to rap. Yeah, but I'll answer the super. There's one that says, who's a realistic option? Dan, please pin that and I'll give the realistic option right now.
One more question before the super chats, bro. You might rattle him, though. Would you take Arsene Wenger back right now?
In a fucking heartbeat.
I would as well. I would take
in a heartbeat.
Arsene Wenger would get us.
Give Arsene Wenger 1 billion quid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now,
We
we
don't
play
need to
fucking
put the
sexy
squad already.
football and we dominate this league. Yeah, because this league is shit. It is the worst league in Europe.
Arsene
It's
Wenger.
rubbish, bro. Every game is the same as watching the game before. Robotic crap football, playing for corners, everyone's falling around. Yeah, women's football. Barcelona women are better than most of these Premier League footballers.
Football, bro. I don't.
Barcelona women won 8-0 in their first game the other day. Yeah, go have a look at the goals. Yeah, the goalkeepers are shit in women's football, to be fair. Sorry to all you ladies out there, but they're too small. They're too small, but the ballers are balling. Right? That question right there, who would I want after Arteta? Be realistic. We're Arsenal Football Club, mate. Right? That's the first thing I'll say. What do you mean be realistic? What does that even mean? Realistic? What, you're telling me we can't go and get the better managers? So if you want me to be realistic by lowering the bar so you can then say, wow, fuck it, what's the other one? Cool. Matthias Giselle, mate. Who? Cool. What about Arsene? Who? Should we go and get Grampus Nagoya Grampus 8's manager then? Millwall's manager. They're Bolton's manager. Yeah, should we go and get them? I'll tell you who I want. Matthias Giselle. That guy managed Salzburg reserve teams. Right? He's 37 years old. He's German. He's got the best looking drip we've seen. He's the best looking German we know. Right? He now manages Al Ali, that just beat Ronaldo FC to another trophy, by the way, in the final, after winning their version, the Asian version of the Champions League. Yeah, Mahrez, Tony, all them, man, Frank Kessie, blah, blah, blah. That guy left Salzburg, so he did the reserve teams and worked his way up. Right? He then got the first team job at Salzburg. First season, double. Second season, retained the title. Got out the Champions League group stage, first time ever in their history. He then leaves. They ain't won a league since. He goes to Mahrez FC. They didn't win nothing, but qualified for the Champions League. Yeah. First season in the Champions League, won it. And now a couple of days ago, a week ago, yeah, he then wins the Super Cup. He's won 5 trophies in 2 different leagues. And he's 37 and he's managing big egos. You're telling me that guy can't come in and manage us? He's got Galeno on the left wing from Porto that run rings around us, by the way. Yeah, do you remember when we played Porto and he spanked the bar and then missed the rebound? Yeah, he's got Riyad Mahrez, Ivan Toney. How comes Toney ain't got an attitude problem with him? Oh, because it was media bullshit, colour thing and that. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Bro, that's a realistic option. I'll take Girona's manager in a fucking heartbeat as well.
15 million a year, yeah. You can take anyone you want. I'll go and get Luis Enrique, pay him 15 million a year. Go just
don't get Hansi Flick.
Would you take Cesc Fabregas? Would you take Cesc Fabregas?
No, I don't want another ex-player at this club after this manager, mate. Never in a million years.
Eddie Howe or
I'll take Glasner and Eddie Howe in a heartbeat. Yeah, Matthias Giselle in a heartbeat. Yeah, I'll take Michel Sanchez, the Girona manager, in a heartbeat. How are you the equivalent of Luton Town? Yeah, and you have them rattling Real Madrid, Barca and Atleti until the end of March. Yeah. Oh, but it's City Group. Cool. Well, they stayed up last season and they've started this season by getting walloped by... I'll take Marcelino of Villarreal, by the way. Yeah, he's got Nicolas Pepe looking like a different player, mate. They're balling. They're a problem in the champs. We don't want to run into them. Yeah, and this is the thing. Yeah, when people say realistic option, what's that even fucking mean? We're Arsenal Football Club, the third biggest club in
He's
England.
come back, Lee, and said, I mean, realistic in a way because we're not getting Enrique or Flick because of their ongoing projects
I
at their
agree with
teams.
Ongoing projects don't exist at these football clubs. They don't exist at these clubs. How comes here? Xavi Alonso, was that a realistic option? He was at Leverkusen, sorry. He goes to Barcelona, to Real Madrid. First game of the season in the league, they're getting booed off. Yeah, Barcelona, if Hansi Flick fucks up and loses the next 3 games, he'll be sacked. Facts.
What about this guy? What about this guy? He's look at this.
Bilbao's manager. Yeah, Bilbao's manager, Valverde, he's decent. Yeah, he's decent.
Xavi or Glasner, please, he says.
Xavi, I do not rate him one fucking... Xavi's a scrub, however, he's a winning scrub.
Yeah, I don't rate Xavi.
He's rubbish, bro. Yeah, and that guy's too emotional to be a manager in the Premier League.
I want Arsene Wenger back.
I'd say Luis Enrique or Hansi Flick, either of those two.
Yeah, but forget them, Dan, yeah, because they say they're not realistic, yeah? Well, cool. Iriola, no, he ain't won nothing. I want a manager that's won stuff and plays good football. Yeah, or a manager that's won stuff and plays shit football. I've seen George Graham. I grew up on George Graham.
Yeah, same, bro.
Yeah.
Same. I'd still take
Wenger.
I'd still take Simeone and Conte, but everyone loves.
I'll take Simeone. I'll take Jose Mourinho. I'll take Jose Mourinho right now. He's available.
Jose Mourinho, bro.
Take Jose in a fucking heartbeat. Because you know why? If we're going to play this negative haram football, yeah, cool. That guy's won 27 trophies doing it.
Yeah.
And he's managed the biggest players in the world.
What about Nagelsmann? LB was talking about Nagelsmann, no?
No, don't rate him. However, he is a winning manager, but
that's what I mean. He's a winner.
I don't rate him. His style of football is all right, yeah, but we'll have 29 at left back. He did that for Germany and he scored when he played at left back.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
But don't you think Eddie Howe gets the best out of Gordon? He's made him a better Isaac. He's made him.
I like Eddie Howe.
Every single player.
The only thing I say about Eddie Howe is when they played Liverpool the other day and they were 2-2, yeah, with 10 men, yeah. Obviously, always play for a win. I always want to just keep going and keep going. But then you have to think, do you know what? This is the champions. We've had a touch here. It's 2-2. Let's not be so gung-ho with 3 minutes of stoppage time out of 11 to go. Yeah, and that is the naivety of Eddie Howe. Yeah, he's a very good coach. But when it comes to the crunch moments, Arne Slot changed that game by taking off Cody Gakpo and bringing on a 16-year-old boy. Yeah, that Eddie Howe should have just gone retreat at 2-2. And we'll try and scam a win on the break because Liverpool have to push for the win. Instead, he basically gifted them the win.
All right, top 3. Put it in order. I want you both of you guys, yeah? Arsene Wenger, Glasner, Eddie Howe. In what order would you take them?
I'll take Glasner, Howe, Wenger because Wenger, I think, coming back just goes on just rewinds, man. Like all that just can't happen again, man.
Never go back to your ex.
Yeah, never go back to your ex.
Oh, no, he's a better manager than this motherfucker.
I'll say this: if we would have kept Wenger, we would have won something by now. But I wouldn't reappoint him, is what I would say. Let me do these supers, man, and then we need to get out of here. So this for unique. I ain't seen you for ages, bro. Hope you're well,
he's
man.
Guy, bro.
He's a legend. Shout out to Danley and North for being at the winners' table. Cigars to all of you. Hugo, welcome aboard and maintain that seat now, my guy. As for the rest, you have a lot of work to do. A lot. Big up, Unique. Love you, bro. Mark says Arsenal no different to Poch and Spurs, both failed. Do you know what? That's a great great analogy, to be fair.
With about 700 million quid more spent.
Yeah, 1 FA Cup to show for it. That's it. Gianni Talks says 1.3 bill, 0 trophies. Only in England will people come up with excuses. Arsenal standards are trash. 1.3 billion buys Inter Milan. Oh my God.